Hello everyone, and welcome to Mortgage Ins and Outs, a video series by Realtor.com to help you understand the mortgage process. Today joining us, we have Robin Thomas, Vice President at Chase Home Lending. Robin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'm hoping you're an expert on this topic.
I'll do my best.
Okay, great. So our first question is going to be, what are the kind of things you should ask your lender?
I really think there's three main things you should ask your lender. The first one is, how soon should I get pre-qualified? It's really important to know where you stand so you know what you need to work on. The second one is, how much can I afford? There's nothing worse than looking at a house that's out of your price range.
Yeah.
And you get your heart set and then you realize you can't afford it. So understanding how much you can afford up front is really, really key.
Okay.
And then the last one is understanding your down payment options. There's a lot of really good options that are out there, including your own savings or possibly a gift. So understanding where you can get that money from will help you on your journey.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about saving money. Not everybody's favorite topic.
Right.
But why should we save money, and how is it relevant to the mortgage process?
Saving money is really important. So it's not just about the down payment and the closing cost. It's also about preparing to be a homeowner. Because when something goes wrong, you don't get to call the superintendent to fix it. You have to fix it yourself. And so you've got to be prepared for those unexpected expenses. Plus, when you get in the house, you want to buy the new TV. You want to get the new furniture. So having some of that money in savings up front will really help take some of the pressure off.
Good. I think that's super important. Now let's talk about shopping around. So if you can kind of help us with that.
One of the biggest things you can shop for when you're going through the mortgage process is homeowner's insurance. You can get a lot of good discounts when you're bundling auto and things like that. So talking to your existing insurance agent or even calling others can help you get the best deal.
Oh, that's really helpful. I don't think people often understand that they can shop around for that.
Yes.
So let's talk about also, so let's kind of get to the meat of it, of the difference between like a 30-year and a 15-year mortgage, because those are two sort of probably the most popular options, right?
Yes. 30-year is great because it gives you a lower monthly principal and interest payment. And so that gives you some financial freedom so that you have money for other things like putting into savings and good stuff like that. But the advantage of a 15 years, you also get to pay it off sooner.
Sure.
And by paying it off sooner, you save a ton of interest costs as well. At the end of the day, it really comes down to what's the best situation for your financial picture. And a home lending advisor can really help you figure out what's best for you.
Perfect. So, and I think just so people understand, a 30-year is the term of the loan and a 15-year is the term of the loan.
Yes.
And I think people also don't always realize that you're paying off the loan, but also in interest. So to your point, you know, if you're hot to kind of get rid of that mortgage payment and you really think you're going to be in the house forever, a 15-year might be great, but a 30-year is great if you think you might sell the house, you're going to be there a little longer.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about some other options besides a 30-year and a 15-year. What else can I do as far as mortgages?
So there's two primary types of mortgages. You have a fixed rate and an adjustable rate mortgage. A fixed rate means that your interest rate will be the same for the entire term of your loan. So your principal and interest payment will never fluctuate. And there's a lot of peace of mind that comes with that.
Right, you can budget.
Yes, absolutely. And an adjustable rate mortgage means it's fixed for a certain period of time, and then it can start to fluctuate. So for folks that may not stay in the house for very long, like they know we're going to move in 4 years, 5 years, an adjustable rate mortgage may be ideal because it gives you an initial lower interest rate, which means a lower principal and interest payment.
Okay, great. And so when your lender is throwing around terms like an ARM, that stands for adjustable rate mortgage.
Exactly.
And two of the terms that are popular are 5 and 7s. They usually say like a 5171. Is that correct?
That's correct. So it would be fixed for 5 years. There's an option to have it fixed for 7. There's even an option to fix it for 10 years.
Oh, really? Okay, great. Super. So now let's talk a little bit about points. I don't think people understand often when their lender is talking about paying points, what that means.
Yes. So every interest rate will have points associated with it. So you can choose to pay no points, or you can pay a point, which means that you're buying your interest rate down. The advantage of buying your interest rate down is it lowers your monthly principal and interest payment, and over time you'll pay less in interest for the entire mortgage. So it really depends on how long you'll be staying in the house to see if it really makes sense. And your lender can help you make that decision.
So points are really a way of almost like buying it down. So it's as if you could go to a store and say, I'm going to pay a little bit up front and I'm going to get my clothes cheaper every time I go.
That's a great way to think about it, yes.
Okay, super. Thank you. That was really helpful. So this is Audrey Whittington, and this is our video series on mortgage ins and outs. We hope you'll join us for some of our other video series. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like or subscribe to our channel for more real estate content.